well at Frozen Phoenix, placed 9th. And also used to team with Pooch and aka Enzo for a long time, and they were like one of those Midwest teams, kind of like NorCal, that would just kind of like show up and you'd never expect them to go that far. So I'm really excited to see how this match goes.
Yeah. ZSS is pretty good at teams. He's just so fast.
Definitely. You love having a fast character on your team in teams because she can be on one side of the stage edge guarding your opponent, but if you're in trouble, she can just appear out of nowhere, down smashing you, the person grabbing you in the middle of their combo, and you're like, oh, sick, thanks, ZSS. Like, I love this.
Her up air and nair are pretty fast, too.
Yes, absolutely.
Just, like, all around her. Ooh, but
yeah, that was great.
There.
Great by Frost. Honestly, Connor probably should have intervened sooner. I think he was afraid that he would also have gotten up smashed, but at least he makes up for it with that edge guard versus Ike.
Yeah.
And for Rongunshu, you suck. You are the worst player. Oh my god. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Rongunshu is trying. Rongunshu keeps hitting his teammate. He's trying to switch to Ike. It's like a thing. It's the Canadian blood in him. Everyone up there plays Ike. For those who don't know,
he said he has the blessing of Blitz. Which
wow, that's actually a big deal. If Aries came out and was like, you know what, Rongunshu, Brad, you can play Ike, then like I believe it, dude. Aries is like the spirit of Ike. And you can't convince me otherwise.
AO Blitz.
AO Blitz, dude. Envy is the best player of Ike, but Aries is the actual spirit of Ike.
Makes sense.
Unfortunately, the Rongunshu Ike is down to 2 stocks. He is just not having the greatest game. He's definitely just kind of swinging the sword and hoping. He's like, is this how you play teams?
Is that every Ike player in teams? Well, except for Envy. Like I feel like I never really see Ike in teams.
You know what's really funny about Envy? I've actually heard from DVD that that's exactly how Envy plays. In fact, I've heard from Envy that that's exactly how Envy plays. Envy's like, yo, dude, I just swing the sword. DVD just shields. I don't know how he knows, but he's just there and he's like, I won't get hit.
Too smart.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Red team in complete control of the stage, and they have the stock lead. I want to see if they can get rid of this Ike stock.
They choose the double team the Lucas for a little bit there.
Yeah, Nave being really smart about it. He's only getting like a few confirmed hits on Ike and then running away. Yeah, he can't quite finish that stock.
That was a nice tipman, though.
Yeah, that was really smart. I didn't know that that double jump was gone, but Nave with the awareness to be like, okay, no double jump on Ike. Let me just get rid of his stock, and then we can keep the pressure up.
To like try to save him, and it just kind of put her in a bad position too. So, not looking too hot.
All right, blue team is just in complete control of the stage here. They managed to got Nave off stage. I feel like in that situation, Frost should have maybe followed behind Rongunshu and tried to 2v1. But it doesn't really matter. Rongunshu able to get rid of both players. Look at that. 3 stocks even.
Swings the sword, and it works out.
It's so good, dude. The sword is so big. It's so strong.
Just giant.
You just need to fair once, and everyone, 2 people are dead.
Ooh, misses the forward smash.
Yeah, Connor really needed to time that. That would have been huge for his team. That's Frost at 115. He wasn't able to secure that stock. They do still have the lead, but again, 3 stocks versus 2. This is one of those weird situations where if they can 1v1 and suddenly get rid of both of red team at once, it becomes a 2v1.
Yeah.
And right now, blue team seems to be feeling themselves, man.
I think they're starting to really figure out how their team works.
Who's figuring it out? Which team?
Blue team.
Blue team's figuring out how their team is? Yeah, dude, I totally agree. I really like Ike in teams if you can play it right. You got to put out the big hitboxes at the right time. Unfortunately, blue team is going to go down.
All right.
They're red team clutching it out.
We'll see if they can figure out a little more for game 2.
Yeah, I definitely agree. You could tell they were starting to get the feeling of how does this team work. Frost being like, oh, okay, I need to stay away from Ike's big sword. He's going to swing it out. He's going to hit everybody. If I can be aware of how Ike is swinging, I can at least adapt to that. And all of a sudden, teams becomes much easier because Lucas on his own can combo someone to death, right? It's Lucas.
Right.
You just hit the buttons until someone's dead.
Smash your controller.
But if you're in trouble, you need to be aware that Ike's going to fly in with huge hitboxes and huge damage, and you need to be on the defensive constantly.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what the counter pick is going to be here. Looks like it's going to be Dreamland.
Kind of thinking about Dreamland here, yeah. And we are going. All right.
1, go.
Yes, red team won game 1.
Yes.
I'm informing the streamer he's going to update that score. There it is. All right, it was already there. I'm not even paying attention. Shout out to our streamers. They've been awesome today.
Yeah, so Lucas really does not want to be in between the two teammates.
Yeah,
or
Frost.
two enemy teams.
So it's really interesting with Lucas, right? Because Lucas hits so many buttons. Oh, and he's just dead to his own teammate. Oh, you can see Ike going out there. Good stuff by Rongunshu, owning up to his mistake. Actually ends up keeping Frost alive. Yeah. No, what I was going to say is Lucas is kind of weird in teams because Lucas kind of fills the role of like a Squirtle or Lucario. It's a character that's so fast and has the buttons to be able to 1v2 if they really want to, right? And so Ike as a supporting character actually works really well into that. So Frost already knows that. Frost is not afraid to fight 1v2. As you see right there, already getting that kill. Good stuff to blue team. Frost is going to end up stock tanking here with 131.
Yeah, that was a great light steal from Frost.
Yeah, Frost, again, the character is so fast that they can 1v2 if they really want to. It's up to Rongunshu to adapt to that playstyle and act solely as a support. And I think he's slowly starting to catch on to that.
Rongunshu being a Lucario player, and you mentioned that Lucario was one of the characters that can 1v2.
Yeah, absolutely. Because of all those, the on-hit cancels, right?
So maybe he's used to being in the Lucas position.
Yeah, I'm curious
now
if he's trying to realize like, oh wait, I'm supposed to stay back. Interesting. He also, as you see him on the left side there, Connor is going to take that stock. That is a matchup that actually super favors Ike versus Roy. I think in this matchup, we want to see Lucas versus the Zero Suit and Ike versus the Roy. I know Lucas versus Zero Suit is not great for Lucas, but I think in a double situation where you know that Ike will fly in versus Zero Suit knowing that Roy will fly in will actually work out much better for blue team.
Okay. And Lucas Roy is not that great for Lucas either, right?
So Lucas Roy is a little interesting because Roy is like actually such a piece of shit character. It could honestly go either way.
Oh, okay.
But it's also like Zero Suit Ike is super not fun for Ike, and he's what a save from Frost! I was about to say he's not coming back. Frost with the awareness. She's so good at teams, dude.
Yeah. She actually saved him with the neutral burst.
No, she ran out and B reverse magneted. That's what was so cool. She threw out the magnet and just held it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Rongunshu not quite dead, but Nave is dead.
Yeah, but Nave is only dropping down to his 3rd stock, so it is 5 stocks to 3. Red team's still in complete control.
Rongunshu is trying to take out Connor's stock at 173.
Yeah, and good stuff to Nave there. Realizing he can edgeguard Frost, runs all the way across the screen to close it out. Rongunshu not able to get there in time, so it is red team with a full 2-stock lead. And even if you get the blue team in their optimal 1v1s, as you see right there, a phenomenal spike from Rongunshu, they can work extra hard to try and get these stocks, but red team's still in the lead.
One thing I noticed is that they're really not edgeguarding Nave. Where like he just keeps making it back to ledge, he keeps making it back on stage.
It is one of those things that's really hard to do, especially in teams. That tether recovery means, as in normally in singles versus Zero Suit, you'd go out there and you'd grab the ledge, right? You'd steal the ledge from him, force him to recover on stage. But because that takes so much effort in teams, you'd much rather run across the screen and try and 2v1 your opponent, right? Yeah, as you see it right there.
Rongunshu tried to get the edge guard and just missed.
Yeah, and look
Nave
at the punish.
Yeah.
Nave ended up running over to the other side of the screen and ending up team comboing on Frost. Everyone is down to their last stock. If Nave can't make it back here, and he can't, this might be a full turnaround for blue team.
Frost just taking command there.
Yeah, that was horrible DI from Connor, but as a Roy player, there's not really much you can do about it. Goodbye!
All right.
Okay,
nice
that turned around real fast.
That. So it's 1-1 now.
When did the game turn around? This was like completely red team's favor until like the last freaking stock. What was that? What a turnaround.
Red team was up 1 stock because Connor had 2 stocks and Nave had 1.
Yeah. And then the edge guard on Nave was critical.
Yeah.
I think the DI from Nave was like atrocious because he went like straight right, dude.
Probably. Sometimes you really just don't expect to get hit, especially in doubles. You just kind of run into some move, and then you get sent flying across the stage.
And that's the worst feeling, man. When you're like, yo, we have the stock lead, and then you just get like clipped by an Ike, and you're like, oh wait, I'm just like actually dead.
Yeah, and Ike's sword will clip you at some point.
Absolutely.
It's way too big.
And you can see Connor and Nave really talking about the strategy here. What's the counter pick gonna be, I wonder?
I'm not sure. They're really thinking this through.
This is a team I believe is a little underseeded. I want to say they're seeded like 6th or 5th. Actually, I want to say 6th.
Like most, Midwest has always kind of been a little underseeded.
In general, yeah. But in teams, it's a little weird because you really have to have like performance at teams tournaments to be, justify your seed. But Nave and Pooch and have really gone really far in teams. Anyway, the counter pick is going to be Metal Cavern. This is a great counter pick for Red Team, I think.
Why would we say that?
Yeah, I think just, I'm saying that and Nave is already dead.
Yeah.
I want Nave to act as the support here and let Connor focus on walling the blue team out because Nave can just hang out under platforms. This basically, the platform on Metal Cavern covers a lot of the space that both Zero Suit and Roy suck at dealing with. It's that 45-degree angle directly above them.
Yeah.
And if they can both just chill under the center stage, like in situations like this where both of blue team are near the ledge, they don't have to approach, right? They can just hang out and try and fight them when they come back. But instead, they're really trying to focus on edge guards, and I think that's going to end up getting them killed. And here they are. Now they're both off stage. Rongunshu desperate to find an edge guard. I don't know if he needed to do that, and yeah, he's dead.
He was just kind of jumping out there and mashing. Okay, he
sucks.
He makes it all okay.
Yeah, that sucks. That's what you have to worry about versus Ike in teams. And I feel like Red Team haven't really been respecting what Ike can do in teams. That big-ass hitbox is really stupidly annoying to deal with. And they're just kind of playing against him like he's a normal sortie. Good stuff by Connor. Can they finish the edge guard on Frost? No, they cannot. Good awareness, though. Nave had the ability to punish that recovery, but instead he backed off because he knew Rongunshu was going to be coming back with invincibility. And he said, no, I'm just going to let you recover. I don't want to deal with it. We'll fight you later. But Frost showing that she can just get the edge guard. It's technically 4 stocks even. There it goes. 4 stocks to 3.
And Frost really just stock tanking.
Yeah. Huge stock tank. Big ability of the PK kids to stock tank in teams, right? Because their recovery is so slow and lasts like 5 million years, they can stock tank because one person thinks they should edge guard, when in reality they should probably be 2v1ing on the other side of the screen.
Gotcha. Just kind of like wasted effort there.
And Red Team has now taken the lead right back, but they are at high percent. This is what's scary in teams. If Red Team loses their stocks first, it's going to be a 2-for-1 in favor of Blue Team. This is actually really close. One of these teams is moving on to, I believe, winners semis. One of these teams is moving on to tomorrow winner's side. The other team is going to be stuck fighting their way through losers. Who is it going to be?
And they would play Thunder's Pigmon.
Right.
Yikes.
But I'm sure both of these teams would much rather be in winners than in losers. There's the share stock. It's all up to Connor to be the stock tank. He's managed to wait until Ike has gone down.
Now we see if Frost can do the 1v2s.
Frost needs to get rid of Connor. She needs to focus that. There's the Nair. I don't know if he has a jump. He is going to make it back. Nave looking for the edge guard, not going to get it.
That was a great air dodge by her.
Nave seems super confident in this matchup. He's able to just keep the edge guard going, and he's at low percent. Connor doing the smart thing and staying back. The down tilt back air, it's not enough.
Not quite, not quite.
Great DI. Oh, she should not have gone on stage. But the team wasn't ready to punish.
Nave kind of just threw her at...
Oh my goodness, Frost. Frost, you're crazy. Frost looking for the kill on Nave. The back air comes out, that's it.
Red Team wins that set. They go into winner semis, as you said.